Hello everybody, hello, Laurie here from Unique in the Creek. Hello my friends. We are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Today we are going to make this really cute bunny rabbit kit that we just, hey Judy Baker, we just launched an hour ago. So we are going to put this together. This is one of our very popular kits. This year I've done it really fun, my friends, really fun. You ordered two, it's going to be super cute. So I'll just go through what is in your kit. Now we do have the ears that you can purchase separately if you want to, but the ribbon, this ribbon is quite pricey. So you can only get it in the kit. However, if you do want this ribbon and purchase it separately, I know my friends at Craft Outlet, they have the white 2.5 inch furry ribbon. Okay, so let's just go through what is in the kit. So you get the Unique in the Creek character board. You get this cute vinyl bunny rabbit face. I actually designed this, drew this face by myself. I did. So this is vinyl number 1020. All right, and you get a roll of white wide foil mesh. Okay, you do get a set of these super cute, look at these bunny ears. They are new ears for this year, and I love them. So you get the bunny ears. You get the squeegee to put your vinyl on. You get your zip ties, you get your zip tie cutters. You do get a full roll of this 2.5 inch fuzzy, furry, whatever you want to call it, ribbon that matches the ears. We're going to make this bunny styling. It's going to be a furry bunny. And you also get this, and now we're only using a little bit of this, so you'll definitely be able to use this in other projects. Look at this ribbon. Obviously, the bunny is a female, or I guess I shouldn't say that. Guys like pink and daisies as well. Anyways, this is a fabulous white 1.5 inch royal burlap with a tinsel drift ribbon with daisies along it. So we can make little bows to go into her ears, or you can make a bow to go in the bottom. We might just do both. But you got a whole roll of this, so you definitely will be able to use this in some of your spring projects. It's really cute. And then I have some extra stuff I may add on. We do have these furry carrots that actually match, you know, the same fur as the bunny. So this is HE7256. It is 8 inches. It's really cute. It's just a little add-on that we may put on her. And we also have, like, you know, different Easter picks and everything, like these carrots and stuff. So check out the website. We have all kinds of stuff that you can add on to your wreaths if you want to make your kit even more styling. Okay. And I think that's all I had to show you. So we're going to put this wreath together. This is a very easy wreath. It's going to be a little messy, just forewarn you, because this ribbon, this fur ribbon, even though it's like super adorable, it's kind of messy because we have to cut it. So first thing you want to do before you start messing with the ribbon and everything is get your vinyl onto your board. Okay, now just to explain our character board has 2 rows. You'll see a number 1 and a number 2. So there's 1 circumference and 2 circumference. The center of your board is solid, okay? So we have hundreds and hundreds of vinyls that you can put right in the middle, and then you decorate around it. So you are basically you're making your frame and your sign all one piece. Okay, and they're great for like we call it character board because when I first invented these, I was just making character faces on them. So like what I'm doing today. And then it evolved where I started doing actual signs on vinyls and stuff. So it's quite evolved. So it's still called the character board, but we do much more than characters on it now. Okay, and then the top, you'll see 2 holes right at the top of your board, and they're kind of divoted or chamfered in. Those are our hanging holes. So we will be putting a zip tie in these 2 holes to make our hanger with, but we'll do that at the end. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our vinyl face on before, like I said, before we start cutting into this ribbon. So you want to make sure that there's nothing on your board, glitter, dog hair, whatever. Okay, and that you know where your top is. So my top is right up here. So you see the number 1 and the number 2. Now I like to, when I teach this, I like to, oh, you also get a squeegee. I don't know if I mentioned that. You're going to get a Unique in the Creek squeegee. Keep that. So if you ever order more signs and stuff, the squeegee really helps you a lot with getting the adhesion onto the boards. Now these vinyls are UV, it's UV ink and a really high adhesive. So once you got your vinyl on, it's pretty much on there. It does take 24 hours to cure the adhesion and everything, but you absolutely can still decorate around it once you put it on. But you don't want to put your vinyl on and it be crooked and it's really hard to take the vinyl off. So to do that, so that doesn't happen, we just put a little bit of water on the center of our character board. So you either can, if you have a spray bottle, we have these cute little pink ones in store. You can spritz a little bit of water on just the center part here, or you can just dampen or wet a cloth. Okay, this is just a J cloth, and you just want to put a little bit of water. So I just kind of squeezed it and then patted it. This helps in case you don't put your vinyl on straight. You can then pull it off and straighten it and everything until you have it perfect. If you don't use any water, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to take the vinyl off. So just like I said, either have a spray bottle or just wet a cloth. And then what you're going to do is you're going to peel this face right off the paper. Okay, so now this is garbage. I tend to use the back for making notes all the time, so I never throw it away, but okay, and there's my top up here. Now, there's a scientific way on putting these on. I'm not a scientific person. So what I do for putting my vinyls on, there's the center of the board, right between the 2 hanging holes, right straight down. That is the complete center of the board. Okay, and we want to put our vinyl on right on the solid part, right inside the last set of holes here. And what I do is I just look down the bunny's eyes. So I have this in my vision, and then I'm looking at my bunny face, and I'm just looking between his eyes, her eyes, his eyes, whatever you want. And then I just kind of hold it up. That looks straight. Looks straight to me, looks straight to you. But like I said, because we used water, you can see that it peels off very easy. If you don't use the water, it's not so easy. And the adhesion on the vinyls are water soluble, so the water will evaporate and it will have good adhesion. Okay, so it's on there. Now what I'm going to do is I got a piece of paper towel here, and I'm going to put it just on the end of the felted part of our squeegee. And this is to catch any of the water that's going to come out from squeegeeing our face. So you're going to start in the middle, and I use the squeegee in at about a 45-degree angle like this. Start from the middle, and you're going to just press and work your way from the center to the outside all the way around. And you'll hear some bubbles cracking and some little spurts of water come out. I didn't put too much water on this, so there's not a ton coming out. Okay, so once you got that done, then I take the paper towel off and I go over one more time with the squeegee to make sure there's no air bubbles. So I'm just going to slowly, just from the center again to the outside, just like that. And now our sign and our frame are all one piece. I love that sound when the bubbles pop and come out. It's so satisfying. And there we go. We are ready to decorate Little Bunny Foo Foo. I'm calling it Bunny Foo Foo. I used to sing Mitchell a song, Little Bunny Foo Foo, but I changed it to Little Mitty Foo Foo, and I still sing it to him to this day. He's 28 years old, but that's okay. So there we go. We're all done. So we are ready to decorate. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put the ears on. It's much easier for us to put our ears on while the board is empty than putting them on, you know, with all kinds of mesh and ribbon. So these are the bunny ears that you get in your kit. Like I said, they're the fuzzy things. We're going to cut this tag off. We don't want our bunny to be tagged or labeled. There's no labels anymore. We don't label people or bunnies. Okay? And then these are pretty long. They are wired all the way up through, so I like to make sure that the wire and my bunny ears are at maximum distance. So I kind of take the wire, you can feel it inside, and just pull it to the outside of the ears. That way the ears look nice and full and not, you know, so skinny and squished. Okay? All right, so there's one, and then I'm going to do the other one. Just kind of pulling it, that wire right to the edge of the ears. And then, because it's wired, we can at the end, we can make his one ear flipped over, or, you know, however you want to do it. Okay, and then we're going to cut some of this wire that's really, really long. And where we're just gonna be zip tying the ears right to the board. So where the top is, where it says number 1 and 2, we're gonna put one ear right to the right of this center row, and then to the left. So as you can see, it's quite long. We don't need that much wire. So I'm gonna use your nippers that you got in your kit, and just, you can cut them down. Ooh, hold on to the end, and then cut it so it doesn't go flying. Alrighty. Now you got 100 zip ties. We're going to use quite a few zip ties. First thing we're going to do, I'm going to take my zip tie, and that hole, or the set of holes directly to the right of the center line, we're going to use that first hole on row 1 to 1.5, okay? And then there's the center. I'm going to go to the left and do the same thing, and this is where I'm going to put my ears. So we're just going to zip tie our ears right to the board. So you're going to take this wire. Now you can just zip it in like this if you want, and then move your ears. It's much easier if you just kind of bend the wire into like an L shape and then zip tie it to the board. And that way you don't have to move the whole ear. All right, so we're going to zip tie that to the board. And then the other set. I'm just going to make an L. Now we want the bottom of the ears, because there's going to be lots of mesh and everything. So I'm going to have it kind of sticking up right about there. So the bottom of the ear is just on the top of the board here. Okay. And then we'll do the same here. And we'll just pull it up. Okay, and we're going to do it nice and tight. So you're going to pull. You can use these as like a pliers by pulling and snipping. Pull and snip. Now, if you have some hot glue, put a few pumps of hot glue right over top of that wire. Okay, so our bunny ear doesn't slide out of the zip tie. If you don't have hot glue, just take your wire nipper and then bring it right over the zip tie. Fold that end of the wire, fold it back over the zip tie so it can't come out either. So either way it works. If you have glue, this probably works better than the glue, because that is not, once you fold it over, it's not going to come out, right? You can even add some glue, fold it over and add glue if you want. But there's a few ways to do it. Don't go out and buy a glue gun just for your ears. All right. So I'm going to put this to the side. Our ears and our face are ready to go. I'm going to let the glue set, because we're going to prep the rest of our stuff. So I did do a really lengthy printout. There's really not a lot to this wreath, my friends. So your 8-inch or your mesh, we are going to cut 8 pieces of this mesh at 22 inches. You are going to have a half a roll of mesh left. Okay, we're only using half the roll. This mesh is awesome if you want to make like a daisy chain petal. This is, you know, mesh, really good mesh to use on the inside of your daisy chain petal, or underneath your ribbon if you're doing a daisy chain ribbon petal. So you have half a roll of this left. Okay, so you need only 8 pieces at 22 inches. And then this is where it gets messy. We are going to cut 32, now I've already cut most of them, 32 pieces of this ribbon at 10 inches. Okay, 32 at 10 inches. Because the mesh is just going to make the bunny face a little more 3D. The fur is going to cover the mesh and make it all furry. It's going to be super cute, okay? So if you don't, let's get started. If we don't have a cutting mat and a rotary cutter, that's okay. In your kit, you do get, where is the packet? You do get a measuring tape. Where the heck did I put it? Here we go, Laurie's lost again. Take it out of the bag, Laura. All right. The little baggie has, you know, the card in it and a pipe cleaner. But we have these little adhesive, and this is perfect if you're having a workshop or something. They're little adhesive, Unique in the Creek measuring tapes. And this is for those of you that are just beginning and you may not have all the fancy tools that we use. That's okay. As long as you have a pair of scissors, you're golden. So what you're going to do is you can take out your tape measure. So it's a 24-inch adhesible tape. It's not paper, it's actually vinyl. Okay, you're going to take it off I'm just going to put it on my mat here. You're going to take it off the paper and you're just going to place it down on your table. It's low tack, so it's not going to ruin your table or anything. Kind of stretch it so you get all the wrinkles, and then put it down on your table as straight as you possibly can. Okay, and then there we go. Instant measuring tool. Okay, so like I said, you need 8 pieces of the mesh at 22 inches. So take your mesh. You're going to take your mesh, we're going to roll it out. I guess I shouldn't have put it right smack in the middle of my measuring. So put the end of your mesh at the 0 on your measuring tape. I just put something heavy down so it doesn't roll up. And then you're going to roll it out and you're going to cut it at the 22 inches. Okay, right where the 22 is right there. And it doesn't have to be perfect. This is just going underneath the furry ribbon. Okay, there's one piece. And there, we need 8 of these. I already cut 6, so we're just going to cut the other 2. Alrighty, and there we go. 8 pieces. So you do have a whole half a roll of this white wide foil. It's a matte wide foil mesh. Keep that in handy. Okay, so once you got your 8 pieces of mesh cut, then we are going to cut this white furry ribbon. Okay, my friends, this is where it gets messy. If you have a shop vac, or not a shop vac, what are these things? Little hand vac. These come in so handy. Everybody should have one of these in their wreath room, or their craft room. Duh, wreath room. I zip around and suck up everything. You can see all even zip ties. So I love my thing, and it comes in handy when you're making a mess like this. Okay, so what you're going to do, like I said, we need 32 pieces of this white furry ribbon at 10 inches. So take the end of your ribbon, put it on the 0, and we can cut 2 pieces at a time. Okay, flatten it out, and we're going to cut at the 20. Now you may, I started separating the fur and then cutting, and then I got lazy and just kept cutting. So you may, I didn't really see a big difference, but I'm going to show you guys anyways. You can separate the little fur pieces and then cut, and then this fur will like hang down, or you can just cut it and it hangs down. Not as good as when you separate it, but you have 32 pieces to cut. So you decide how how monotonous you want to get. So you can separate it and cut it at the 10, or just cut it at the 10. And there's where we get messy. So we're gonna need 32 pieces, but we're gonna pile them in little piles of 4. So 8 piles of 4 is what I'm doing. So bear with me. Remember, trust the process. Okay, again, I'm going to do at 20 and at 10. Okay, there's one pile of 4. I'm going to make a second one. So you need 8 piles of 4. And if you are a beginner, this is a really, really good kit for you to start with, because it is very, very easy. It's messy, but it's super easy, and you really can't screw it up too much. So you're going to have a little bit of the ribbon left. I don't like to do precise, like right down to the 360 yards, because sometimes the manufacturer doesn't put a whole 360 yards. It's shorted a bit. So we do have quite a bit extra. You can save it, or you can add it into a couple of your bundles here. It's totally up to you. Or we can put it in behind, maybe use it in behind our bow or something. I don't know. But anyways, it looks like I have about, how much do I have left? Probably about 30 inches left on here. So if you want to cut 3 more pieces and add it to one of your bundles, go ahead. Okay, now is where this comes in handy. Amazon, my friends. Vacuum off all that fur. Or you can go the cheaper route with just your hand and swiping it into a garbage pail. Whatever works for you. Okay, so we have 8 piles of these. We have 8 pieces of mesh. Still making fur fly everywhere. Anyways, okay, so now we are going to preload our board. Okay. And it's not like it's feathers or anything, so it's not going to float all over the place, but it is light and a pain in the tuchus. How well does it work with glitter? I have no idea. Okay, so now you're going to take zip tie. And we're going to go around and put 8 zip ties in onto the board. Okay, so I'm going to start right at where the number 1 and 2 is. Okay, you're going to go down and back up. Now you can start, I think actually I'm going to use 1 to 1.5 because this is going to get really big around her face. So I don't want to get it too much into her face where you know, our stuff goes over top of her eyes and stuff. So I'm going to use hole 1 to 1.5. So you're going to go down and back up with the flat part of your zip tie head facing the middle. So when you go to do your zip tie up, it will do up properly. Okay. We're going to skip this hole where the ears are, and we're going to do this to this, skip. So we're doing 8 of these. There's 16 total rows. We're just doing 8 of them from hole 1 to 1.5. Skip, down and up, skip, down and up. Now, I don't want you guys to get sticker shocked when you see, if you do go and order this, buy this ribbon separately. It is quite pricey. I think it was almost $14 at Craft Outlet. And then the ears are $6.75 at Craft Outlet. So the kit, I believe, is $41.99, and you get everything. And you can definitely buy the face and the board. And we do have different ears if you want, looking for a lower cost project. We have not the furry ears. They have pink. And then we also have ears that have black and white check in the middle. They're a little bit less expensive. These ones are new. So, of course, I had to try new things. It's going to make it fun. Okay, so we are going to put our mesh on first. Okay. So you're going to take your piece of mesh. We cut this mesh at 22 inches, remember? Okay, so I'm going to roll my mesh in front of me, curl up, which means when I let go, it's going to curl up on itself. Okay, that's how I decipher curl up. I'm going to put something heavy at the end, and then I'm just going to fold this end piece in about 1 inch or 2, okay? And that is just so if this starts to fray, you're not going to see the fray. Yeah, there's other faces as well. There's a brown bunny face as well, but I don't have brown bunny ears. Okay. And once you have it folded, we're going to pinch or pleat or whatever you want to call it. You're going to use your pincher fingers, your thumb and your forefinger. All right, right down the middle. So you don't want to do this on a table with a tablecloth. You're going to want a smooth surface because you're going to, you got the end and you're going to pinch and scooch it to the middle. Pinch, and it's almost like you're pleating the mesh right down the middle. Okay, and you're dragging it, you're pinching it with your fingers and you're dragging it with your thumb in front of you, all the way down the middle. And once you get to, you know, a few inches from the end, I'm going to fold that in and bring it to the middle, just like we did at the beginning, so that the edge, the end of it, our cut edge, is folded into the mesh and we won't see any fray. All right, that is our petal. I'm going to use it with that cut edge facing down towards the table. Okay, don't let go of the middle, because if you let go of the middle, you're going to be pinching all over again. All right, and then I'm going to take my mesh where I'm pinching, and it's going to go right, it doesn't matter where you start, it's going to go right on top of your zip tie, right in the middle of the tail and the head. All right, bring that zip tie, do it up around. Now I'm not going to do it super tight yet. I want to make sure that my mesh is pretty much even on both sides. Now, see how it's going into the face of the bunny? I want more of my mesh to go on the outside, towards the outside of the face. So what you can do is, when you put your mesh in there, the end of the mesh closest to the face, if you take that very end and fold it down towards the board, it forces your mesh to go towards the outside to make more of a nice ruffle. Did you see how I did that? So you just take the end. Now I don't have the zip tie completely really tight. I'm just pushing it down towards the board, and now it's coming outwards. And now I'm going to do the zip tie up tight. Okay, so we have our mesh looks like this, and it's not going to cover her face. We'll do another one. So again, put your mesh in front of you, curl up, bringing it in. Again, you're just going to pinch right up the middle. Pinch and drag, pinch and drag. When you get to the end, I'm going to fold it in and bring that middle in. There we go. Again, don't let go. I'm going to flip it upside down so our cut end is facing the table. I'm going to put it into the next zip tie. So that center is going right in the middle of the tail and head of our zip tie. We're going to do it up. We're making sure that each ruffle, each side is about the same. And then again, the little trick, take the end, fold it down towards the board, and it's going to force that ruffle to go towards the outside. Okay, and once that happens, do that up. So you're going to do those 8 pieces just like that. And the mesh will overlap each other. And this is just to give our bunny rabbit more of a 3D look, because the fur is going to go on top of here. Okay, so just that's pretty easy and self-explanatory. Again, like I said, take that very end, push it towards the board, and then do the zip tie up. Yes, 8 at 22 inches. So you're using just half a roll of the mesh. Oops. Pull this out. All right, so that was super easy, I think. We have 2 more to go. Hello, TikTok. I see you. All right, 1 more piece. So I just for tutorial purpose, I just pre-did my mesh so you guys didn't have to sit here and watch me cut mesh. Alrighty, now you're going to take the zip tie cutters that you got and you just squeeze them. So we're going to go straight down to the head of the zip tie and squeeze. And you're going to cut off all the tails of the zip ties. Well, not all, there's 8 of them. And they're hard to see. You may want to cut them as you're going. They do blend in. Okay, this is what we got so far. You can see it's getting kind of big. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take another zip tie and I'm going to preload again, open over top of all the zip ties I just put in. So there's another 8. So I'm going to go down that same hole and back up with the flat part of the head of the zip tie facing towards the tail and leave it open. So we're going to do 8 of these. Now, when you purchase a kit from us, you absolutely do not have to do your kit like I do it. If you can make it totally your own. When I put the kits together, this is just a suggestion. If you want to do it totally different, it's your wreath. You do it however you want. Or you can copy me exactly to a T. So if you love the way it turns out at the end, absolutely copy exactly what I showed you. Okay, so you can take it in a different direction if you want and do your own thing, or you can just do the Laurie thing. Make it like Laurie. Okay, last one. I use, these are 6-inch zip ties, 18-pound. You do not need any bigger than an 18-pound zip tie. Now, 18-pound zip ties do come in different sizes, but you don't need a 40-inch. That's just way too much zip tie, and it's more expensive too. So when you're looking for a zip tie, I wouldn't go any less than 6 inches, and you don't need any more than 10 inches. So there's different sizes. 6-inch is pretty much 6, 8, and 10 are pretty much good. Okay, we have our ready to go. Now you're going to take these bundles of 4 ribbon tails that we did on with this furry ribbon. Okay, you're going to grab one of your zip ties. Okay, you're going to take a piece of ribbon, and we're going to actually take 2 pieces of ribbon and make an X in front of you. Okay, now I'm making my X where the part down here is a little bit shorter than the top part up here, but you're still making an X. And you'll see why in a second, why I'm doing it a little bit shorter down here. So make your X with the shorter end from the center towards you. And then you're going to take another piece of ribbon and just go straight across that X. Okay. And then we're going to take our zip tie. I'm going to slide it under. Okay, making sure that the flat part of the zip tie head is facing towards the ceiling. That way, when I go to do the zip tie up, it'll do up properly. Okay, now we have this 4th piece of ribbon, and I want to have it in the center, but you kind of have to angle it just a little bit because you have to have the head of your zip tie and the tail of your zip tie kind of angled so that when you go to do everything up, all the center here is in the zip tie itself. Now this may take a little bit of practice, but you have lots of zip ties. So there's my head right here, and my tail is coming up right here. And then I'm going to do the whole thing up. And then just lock it until you hear that like clicking sound of the zip tie. I'm going to bring the zip tie head to the back of this cluster. And we're just going to move them around just like that. So there's that straight one. The long pieces are right here, and the shorter pieces are down at the bottom. Okay, once you have it all lined up, something that looks like this, it's easier to see from the back than it is the front because you'll just see fur. Once you have it pretty much lined up, then you're going to do your zip tie up. Make sure the head of the zip tie is at the back of this cluster here. And you don't want to do it super tight, because if you do your zip tie too tight, you're not going to be able to move your ribbon tails around. So just do it until it actually hits this bundle of ribbon right in the center. And then once you've hit it, you can cut the tail of it off. All right, and this is what we have. So we have the short pieces right there and longer pieces, 4 longer pieces at the top and 4 smaller at the bottom. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to take this whole thing and you're going to place it right on top of where we put that zip tie. So right on top, come around and do your zip tie up. So you can take your wire cutters and make sure your zip tie head when you do this up is towards the back so you don't see it. All right, and then cut it. Now you probably can see why I did the short. There's short pieces of the ribbon, the short pieces, and this is wired ribbon. So what we're going to do is take the short pieces and just kind of curve them downwards, just like that. And then the top one, just like that. Okay, we're going to do 8 of those. So when we put 8 in, it's going to turn all furry. Isn't that cool? So let's do one more, and then I already have a bunch. I have 6 already made. So we'll do one again. So you're going to take your 4 pieces. We're going to make an X. And again, you can do your ribbon however you want. I just really wanted everything to look furry to match her ears. Okay, we made an X. I got the bottom part is a little shorter. I'm going to take one and go straight across that X. I'm going to take a zip tie, go right underneath and kind of angle it. Then I'm going to take one and I'm going to go kind of straight. The tail of the zip tie is to the left of that straight piece, and the head of the zip tie is to the right of that straight piece. And then you kind of just cinch the middle and do your zip tie up. And like I said, flip it over because you can see your ribbon tails a lot easier on the back side. So because with all the fur, it's hard to see. So we got the short pieces down there, and when you don't have your zip tie really tight, you can move your ribbon pieces around. Okay, there's my short pieces. Trying to make them around the same length. And the long pieces are right over here. And then once it's all in there, then you can just do your zip tie up until it hits the ribbon and then cut off the tail. All right, and now we're going to put the short pieces are going to go towards the bunny's face. Okay, push down in the center there and then come around with your zip tie. Put the zip tie tail towards the back and pull tight and snip it off. And then, like I said, these are wired, so you can then move around your tail so we have all the fur. And you can see that they overlap. So the whole thing is gonna look furry. Pretty cool, eh? Now I would suggest putting all 8 of your ribbon, whatever these are, piles or clusters, ribbon clusters on, and then go back and fix your tails so that you can, have the inside ones, you round them down, the outside ones, you pull them so that you don't really see too much of the mesh. Okay, so we're going to do 8 of them all the way around. Push down kind of in the middle there and then do that zip tie up. I kind of pull the zip tie towards the outside so you don't really see the zip tie head. I'm going to put all 8 of these in, and then I'm going to fix the ribbon tails. So again, you want to make sure the short pieces are towards her face. It is cute, right? And then we're going to put this adorable, I think I'm going to give her little bows in her ears or something. Little daisy bows. So like I said, if you are a beginner, this is really cute. Like, you will impress your neighbors, I'm telling you, and your family. If you are a beginner, this is a really cute kit to start with for your wreathing. And your friends and family are going to be like, oh my God, you made that? And you can say, I sure did. hungry. Hello, everybody. I love how the ears are, like the fur as well. It's so cute. All right, one more. Oh, there's my packet. Don't want to see any mesh towards her face, just so make sure your mesh is going towards the outside. All right, now we're going to go around and just kind of curve our ribbon tails. Bring it up. Like I said, it is wired. Bring it up and curve it down. Just the small pieces in the front there. And push them. Do the same. So I'm just kind of curving it and then pushing it kind of towards the mesh. So it's just rounding her face. Go around and just do. So I'm rounding it and just kind of tucking it under so it's not completely in her face. She's so cute. You can take these end ones too and curve them too so they're not so flat. It gives it a little bit of dimension. But you definitely want to do the inner ones rounded so it's rounding her face. Isn't that cute? I'm the master now. Thank you, grasshopper. I the Scentsy. See, I'm just kind of tucking it under. And then the fur is still kind of in her face, but it's not totally in her face. And then up top is covering the mesh. Super cute, super cute. What do you think, TikTok? Isn't it cute? So you can get this kit now. There's it's just while supplies last. You guys know how fast our kits go. Once it's gone, it's gone. There's another kit that was put out today, and I will be doing that. I believe I'm doing it tomorrow night. It's a really nice daisy, welcome daisy. That kit, like I said, will be done tomorrow night. I believe I'm scheduled for 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Almost done. Look how cute it is. The fur is all just surrounding her face. Thank you for your face. Make sure all your ribbon tails are out and they're not hiding. We want all that fur that we can see. There we go. Now the ears, we can move them around so you can have one, maybe I like to have the ear just kind of folded just a little bit. So it is wired, so you can fold it however you like. There is our the bunny itself done. Isn't it cute? So shake it off, woohoo! I have to do that. Get all that extra fur. So it's all the ribbon tails kind of blend together and make this big old fur. Super cute. All right, let's put a hanger on her. And actually, maybe I'm just gonna I think I'll just put a bow down there. Okay, you're gonna flip it over. You're in love. Isn't she cute? Even her ears match. You can move them up a little bit forward. Like I said, it's all wired. We're gonna put a zip tie on the back. Down one hole, those two holes right down the center. Now, if you're selling this, you're gonna tape your business card or make yourself some stickers with your store or your Etsy shop or whatever, so when the person that purchased this can buy a summer wreath from you, or when their friends come over or their families and they want you to make another one, they know who to contact. Okay. So now you can add, like we have the furry carrot. Look how cute. I might put the carrot over here and a bow over here. Look how cute this carrot is. This is an extra. Again, the number is HE7256. You can purchase this as an add-on for your kit. I'm gonna cut the tag off, and I think I might just like literally glue it on. It's really light. I don't know. Glue it there, and I might put a bow there. So let's use this pretty ribbon. I was thinking of putting bows in her hair. Let's see. Now the problem is I put the ears in behind, so no. I put a bow right in the center of her hair, right in the middle. And then just the carrot at the bottom. There's so many different things you can do. You can put a bow at the bottom. You can put bows on her ears. I think I might put a bow right in between her ears. What do you guys think? And then just have my carrot at the bottom here. I think that looks super cute. You can even incorporate some of your ribbon. If you don't want it, if it's too white for you, you can put pieces of ribbon tails into your design as well. So you can have some ribbon tails going around. It's totally up to you. Like I said, it's your design. But I think I'm just gonna put a cute little funky bow at the top. Yeah, I like it at the top too because This tutorial is for, you know, beginners. Those seasoned wreath makers, you can put yours over the top if you want. So we're just going to do a cute little bow in the middle of her ears. So in your kit, you do have a pipe cleaner. So I'm going to cut off, they fold the thing, it drives me crazy. They fold the edge of the ribbon, so I don't like that folded part. Okay, we're going to cut 5 pieces of this at 10 inches. How's that? Yeah. Now this is just going to be a funky bow. If you want to make any other kind of bow and you have a bow maker, go for it. This is just I'm just going to make a plain funky bow for those of you that can't make bows or don't have a bow maker. This is just an easy, fun way. So we're going to do 5 pieces of this ribbon at 10 inches. You got lots of it left, almost the whole roll. But this ribbon is adorable. It can be added into any spring or summer design. We are going to dovetail these. Now to dovetail, that's putting that V shape at the end of your ribbon tails. Sorry. Fold your ribbon in half, lengthwise. Meet the 2 ends of the ribbon right here. All right, and we're going to fold it again lengthwise this way. And where the folded, this folded area, and then there's that open area, you're going to cut from the folded edge to the outside corner at an angle. Okay, so this is the folded edge, like that. And when you open it up, you have perfect V's. V's, which are called dovetail. So again, fold your ribbon in half. Fold it again. There's that folded edge. You're going to cut the folded edge to the outside corner. And you're going to do these for all 5. All right, rid of this garbage. Okay, we are going to fold it. Make sure you can see where the middle is. And we're just going to stack, kind of like we did with the white, we're just going to kind of stack the centers of each ribbon. Now, you don't want a short and a long side. You want all the edges to be around the same size. Put one this way and one that way. So this is going to be a little tricky. I'm going to take this whole thing, I'm going to flip it upside down, have your pipe cleaner ready to go, and right down the center I am going to pinch and bring the top down to the middle, and in this back here I'm going to bring the bottom up to the middle. And then I'm going to take my pipe cleaner and I'm just going to go right around that center. Okay, try and get it pinched in the center as best as you can. Even out these pipe cleaner, push down in the middle, and then pull your pipe cleaner as tight as you can go and give it a twist. All right. once you have it like that, we are going to go right, I'm putting it right in the center of her head. So I'm going to go from that hole to that hole with my pipe cleaner, okay, right over top. And that's going to be right in the center of her. Actually, maybe I'll just do it right here, that hole. We'll move that over to that hole. Let's see if that'll work. No, need that right over top of the zip tie. I thought maybe the inner hole to that second hole. No, I'm going to do it right over top of the zip tie there, right in the center of her head. Okay, straight down. Okay, there it is. See, right over top of that, and we're just going to give it a pull till you feel it, some resistance, and twist. Cut the excess of your pipe cleaner off, and then we're going to put it back down the holes to keep everything nice and neat on the back. And then there's nothing to scratch anybody's door, and it looks good. All right, there we go. That is the back. And now you're going to pull your ribbon tails. Make sure our fur is still hunky-dory here. All right, and then we're just going to fold down, give it a little curve, cute little bow in the center of her head. But like I said, you can do your wreath however you want it. This is just a suggestion for those of you that don't have a bow maker or can't make bows. Easy peasy. Aw, she's cute! Look how cute. I love this ribbon. This pink daisy ribbon is like totally my jam. And you get a whole roll of it. Look how much left. Could probably done 4. I don't know. It's pretty cute. All right, I'm gonna. This wreath is for my friend Lynn, who is recovering from surgery. She really wanted the kit, but of course she had her surgery yesterday and the kit came out today. So Lynn, I hope you feel good, and I hope you like your little mini bunny foo-foo. Oh, hi Lolly. Do you see my bunny foo-foo? Isn't she cute? And let's put her carrot. I love this carrot. This carrot's everything. I'm just going to glue her on. Make sure all the fur. I'm just going to glue her right there, Lynn. I hope you like it there. Little bun. Okay, you want to hear the song I used to sing, Mitchell? It's supposed to be Bunny Foo-Foo, but I changed it to Mitty Foo-Foo. So it's little Mitty Foo-Foo hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. And I used to sing that to him all the time. And I still, to this day, sing that to him. So if you ever see Mitchell on a live in What's New in the Warehouse, sing Mitty Foo-Foo to him. Right, La? Little Mitty Foo-Foo. I'm just going to put a little bit more glue on this. There! Soup's cute. Is it Soup's cute, La? Sorry, if you guys don't know, Lauren Brankovic that's on, that's Lolly. She's supposed to be studying. Are you studying, La? Soup's cute. There, we're done. How cute. Do you see that TikTok? Isn't that cute? Look at her face. Facer. Look at her face. That's adorbs. I'm sorry. Anybody came up to your door, they will like absolutely fall in love with this wreath. I am so stinking excited for you guys. So grab a kit because I don't think there's going to be much left now that I've made it. Bring all these. Kind of roll them down so they're not sticking up. There we go. Oh, he's cute. It is, good question. She ends up 24 inches in diameter, which is not bad considering the board is 15.5. So using the mesh going towards the outside gives it that extra, 5 inches in diameter around. And there we go. That is Midi Foo-Foo kit or Bunny Foo-Foo. And we also have these. I really liked, I got the fur, but carrots to go with this kit if you wanted it. Because I just love all that fur. But there is these ones too. So if you're making, quite a few of the bunnies, you can just use one of these. There's 3 picks in this one. And this one is HE4172. Alrighty, my friends, that's it. Thanks for joining me and hanging out. She is so fluffy, La. I actually am going to sign this before I forget. Since it is a gift. There it is. I'm going to sign this. Look at Lynn. There we go. It's going to be worth millions one day when I'm dead and gone. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me. What do you think, TikTok? Cute, right? Thanks, everybody, for joining me. Thanks, TikTok. Check out uniqueinthecreek.com under DIY wreath kits. You'll see a few available. We release new wreath kits every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. So if you don't like these two or they're sold out, make sure you tune in at 1 o'clock next Tuesday as well. Okay, everybody? Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye. Bye.